right into the action with the latest sports news, updates, game previews, breakdown, and analysis in, around, across, and beyond the Ateneo. And now, let's get ready to run down!
All right, what is up, Blue Eagle Nation? A great afternoon again to all our Team Ateneo sports fans, our students, faculty, staff, and alumni, and to everyone tuning in right now to Radyo Katipunan 87.9. This is it again, Ateneans, our weekly Wednesday sports habit. And you're joining me, Anthony, as always. And ang mga kasama ko ngayon, yung hindi nakitaw na version ni Coach Richardson Gialogo ng Ateneo LS PE. Ang kanyang kapatid po na si Coach Ryan.
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Ayan, of course, si Coach Ryan, no, isa sa mga pioneers natin ng Arnis dito sa Ateneo. And Coach Ryan, yung papag-usapan natin ngayon, yung successful participation ng Ateneo Arnis sa 2019 World Martial Arts Festival held in Chungju. Kung tama ba ang pronunciation ko, South Korea. Of course, Coach Ryan, no, pinag-usapan natin kanina, maraming mga martial arts ang napabilang dito, no? Pero how significant was it para sa inyo to represent our uniquely Filipino martial art amongst all the other disciplines dito?
Yeah, actually, we come there regularly, and it's always the same thing na every time, akala ko parang regular lang siya. Every time we come there, parang we go there, parang it's really a great experience to represent the country. And we're representing the country as a Team Philippines, ano?
Tama.
Hindi lang just Team Ateneo.
Yes.
So actually, Team Ateneo is representing the school to the national team.
Wow naman. Napakalaking karangalan niya, no, Coach Ryan? And of course, di ba, parang just how is it nga, yung being in that World Martial Arts Festival, how is it yung being together with yung different martial artists ng iba-ibang backgrounds, no? From, sige, Korean, Taekwondo, ang dami niyan, di ba? Halo-halo yan.
Medyo kakaiba rin yung pressure kasi you're not just competing in a single sport or a single category. Parang ang pinaglalaban mo rito yung kung gaano kaganda or kung gaano kagaling yung martial art as compared to other martial arts.
Yun.
It's not just a one martial art thing na world competition, for example, na isang sport. Napagalingan sila sa isang sport lang. In this case, parang showcase mo yung martial art mo. At kung sino ang nananalo dyan, parang yun na rin yung lumalabas, mas maganda pala yung martial art na ito o ganun. So may kakaibang pressure para sa amin, not just being Filipinos, but as Arnisadors.
Yes. Well, Coach Ryan, no, gaano kagaling ba yung Philippine National Arnis team natin? Ano nga lang naman ang napanalo nila? 24 golds, 11 silvers, at 3 bronze medals from different categories ng martial arts to, no, Coach Ryan? So, meron, kasi binabasa ko yung lineup ng martial arts. Meron tayong Jaang Sanati, meron tayong Fangta, tapos tinignan ko saan sila galing. May Uzbekistan, may India. These are subcategories ng nandun sa competition?
Actually, it's the International Martial Arts Contest.
Okay.
And there are some events there. It's parang an umbrella contest. Pero it's like a very big contest, and under it there are different martial arts contests. I see. Also, and there are some hosts, like for example, yung Jaang Sanati. It's hosted by the Uzbekistan team. It's their national martial art.
Okay.
And sila yung nag-organize ng kanilang event doon. And also sponsored by the World Martial Arts Union. Yun. And the same thing goes with the Tangta. It's the Indian martial art with stick fighting and kicks.
Okay.
So actually, yung stick fighting portion nun ang nagpalamang sa Philippine team.
I see. Kasi in relation to Arnis, di ba? I see. Okay. At meron din yata dun, Coach Ryan, yung Arnis Goodwill Games, no? Kasama rin yun dun. Pero, Coach Ryan, no, yung given na may Arnis Goodwill Games dun sa World Festival, no? Parang does this speak of the growth of Arnis as a nagiging global martial art na siya, no?
Yeah. And we're actually doing this, sabihin natin baby steps. Our target right now is the hosting of the 2019 SEA Games event. And this Chungju Korea event is in part to prepare the team and the team and our organizers for that big event this December.
Right.
Now, that Arnis Goodwill Games actually, there are some events na hindi na sumali yung buong mga team. Sila na lang nag-officiate kasi talagang kung sa lalaban sila lahat, baka sweep na sweep talaga. Pero syempre, may mga ibang events naman na nag-participate sila and talagang walang mananalo sa Pilipinas.
Ngayon, Coach Ryan, pag titingnan natin, itong participation ng, nung Philippine National Arnis Team dito sa World Festival, how does this, help dun sa build-up natin going to the Southeast Asian Games, which is in a couple of months or less, di ba? Yun, paano siya nakakatulong dun?
Actually, parang isa sa mga nakuha natin dito is confidence building.
Yun.
Because we all know that Filipinos are the experts in stick fighting. However, the bigger picture is we want to encourage the other countries so that they will play Arnis as well.
Yes.
And so, by doing this event, actually, yung other countries ang binigyan natin ng exposure. Parang gift natin sa kanila yun na eto, ganito ang Philippine champions. And eto yung mga hahabulin nyo.
Oh.
Kasi actually, what we got from there is goodwill with the other countries.
Okay.
With regards to skill, tayo number 1.
Wow. Yeah. Ganun yung disparity sa talent level.
Yes, and actually, we're not just looking at the 2019 SEA Games.
Right.
Ang isang event para maging permanent sa SEA Games, it has to be played in 3 different SEA Games events. So 2019 ngayon is hosted by the Philippines.
Okay.
And we were able to lobby that Arnis be included.
Yes.
It has to be included in the next one and the next one for Arnis to be a permanent event in the SEA Games.
3 straight.
3 straight. And so we want the support of the other countries.
Yeah,
that's why we're helping them.
Right.
And that's why kasi kung sa totoo lang, kung sosolohin lang natin, hindi magtatago na lang tayo ng skills. At come December, sweep natin lahat 'yan. Kawawa sila lahat. But what will happen after that? They will not support it in their own country.
Right.
Sabihin nila, wala pala kaming pag-asa dyan, ba't pa kami isasama yung event na yan?
Tama.
But in this case, si head coach Richardson Gialogo is also part of the board of the National Association for Arnis. And he is leading, is the president is Senator Zawiri. And together with the head coach Richard Gialogo, he is leading the formation of the league sa Southeast Asia.
Okay.
Para mas may chance siya na makuha natin yung 3 straight events na merong Arnis. And then finally it's permanent and it will be a legacy of our our legacy.
So parang Coach Ryan, this is just parang the introduction of Arnis to the SEA Games fold of 50, last time I checked, parang 56 different sports yata ito eh.
Yeah, dami talaga. But if I think, for example, if the 50 or so, there are 50 or so sports, not all of them are played every time. So, depending on the host country, they will choose some events. And actually, the strategy there is that the host country will choose all those sports na malakas sila.
Malamang.
Ganun talaga. Kaya lumalakas ang chances ng host country. Hindi naman sa dinadaya. Hindi naman sa dinadaya yan. Pero kundi, by virtue of, napili nila yung mga best odds nila, mas may advantage sila. Total, sila naman ang gumagastos. Parang ganun eh.
Tama. Kumbaga parang parang the home pick di ba? I see. Pero yun nga sana nga Coach Ryan, this could serve as a sign na, di ba, this uniquely Filipino, this proudly Filipino martial art can continue sa mga next editions pa ng Southeast Asian Games, no? And of course si Coach Ryan, hindi lang niya sinamahan yung Arnis team, siya rin yung nag-lead dun sa ating Philippine National Taekkyeon. Ngayon ko lang narinig to, Coach Ryan, Taekkyeon na apat na bronze medals. Sige nga, Coach Ryan, in a nutshell, ano ba itong Taekkyeon?
Think of it as taekwondo with grappling.
Taekwondo with grappling.
So parang medyo makalumang form ng kanilang mixed martial art.
Oh, okay.
And then simple yung rules na. It will sound a bit funny at first. Sabi nila, kicks to the body are not allowed. Only kicks to the head para hindi raw masakit. We said, what?
Sa sandali lang, ulo yata yung mas masakit.
Oo nga eh. Pero yeah, I have to explain. Actually, when they explain after, kasi sabi nila, parang nagtataya-taya ka lang. Parang dinampi lang. Bawal yung may impact. And then if there are kicks to the body, they said chances are parang mas gaganahan yung mga players na sumipa, baka maglakasan. So yeah, ganun.
Medyo, sandali lang, medyo piniplay out ko sa utak ko. Ulo, katawan na lang siguro.
Okay, nakakatawa nga tuwing nakaka-score doon, yung player na tinamaan, hindi sisingap, pipikit-pikit, tapos pagkatapos ng mga 3 to 5 seconds, sabihin niya, okay na. Tapos na laban ulit.
Okay yan. Pero again, congrats sa Coach Ryan. Nakaapat kayo ng bronze dito.
Actually, ano yan? Merong event doon. Naghiwalay din sila event. Meron yung grappling portion at meron yung kicks portion.
Okay.
Meron yung grappling with kicks at meron yung forms. Yung nakuha ko, takeaway ko is from the grappling portion.
Right.
What's funny there is we had a few days of training, whole day yun, mga 4 or 5 days, whole day training, and then comes the world tournament. What got me through is my Arnis grappling skills.
Talaga?
Yung dumog portion kasi maestro ako. Meron akong instincts for grappling also na-apply ko na lang doon.
Tingnan mo, Arnis saved your life in that instance. Ganun. At Coach Ryan, yung ating national contingent dun sa World Festival, ito nakakatawa. Kung si Coach Ryan nakikita nyo, napaka-aliwalas ng smile niya. Yung Philippine contingent natin na-award ng most popular team.
Yeah. Actually, ewan ko, natural siguro mga friendly mga Filipinos. At the same time, kami yung mga baguhan doon. And so yung mga forms, actually, kailangan naming kaibiganin yung ibang mga team. Pre, paano ba tong ganyan? Papaturo kami on the side. Kami humahabol catch up kami. Sila mga magagaling na. Pero hindi, friendly naman talaga mga Filipinos.
Oo nga eh. Hanggang sa pag oras na ng bakbakan hindi na tayo friends po.
Hindi, you know what? There's one of our Filipino members. He got a foul. Yeah, because bawal daw ngumiti sa competition. he was enjoying the fight too much, no? He said, foul, no smile, sabi ka. Korean.
Parang Manny Pacquiao lang pag binirahan mo at ngingiti sa'yo.
Ngingiti lang. At saka kahit na anong problema, ngingiti lang.
Oo nga Well, buti na lang Coach Ryan, nadala nyo nila Coach Richard, pati nung ibang ating Filipino martial artists, yung parang Filipino happiness, Filipino joy. Diba? Dun sa World Festival. And kasi si Coach Ryan po, mga tenista, may hinahabol po siyang training maya't-maya. Kaya Coach Ryan, on behalf of Radyo Katipunan and of course yung Ateneo community, salamat po sa pagbigay ng karangalan. Hindi lang po sa Ateneo, pero pati na rin po sa Pilipinas sa ating World Festival.
Thank you. Ay, pwede bang bigay ng konting vlogging?
Sige po.
So, itong ating martial art, yung Taekkyeon, ayun na nga. Baka eventually, we will work with I'm gonna contact the Korean Studies program. And then we might hold some classes. We're gonna invite a master from Korea.
Oh, maganda yan.
Parang mga yung mga extra, anong tawag ng Korean Studies program?
Yeah.
Extra something class. Extra mural class, no?
Oh, maganda yan.
And then those who participate, if you want to go to Korea next year, kung nag-join kayo dito,
ayun,
isama kayo sa akin.
Ayun.
Ako yung president, sinabi ng association, you, Philippine president. Sabi, why you practicing? You should sit down. Sabi ko, no, I should practice. Pero yun nga, yung invite ko sa kanila. Pagka nagpadala na yung Korean Studies program in coordination with the PE, actually for the venue, PE for the management, yung Korean Studies program.
Ayun.
Hindi, antabayanan nyo lang sana. Ayun, yun lang.
Ayun. So si Coach Ryan, Kasama po yan sa National Sports Association ng Taekkyeon. Kaya sa mga mahilig mag-sangyup dyan, tsaka
Yun.
mag-K-pop, samahan nyo na ng Korean martial arts. Kasama si Coach Ryan sa Korea. Okay, thank you again, Coach Ryan. No?
Thank you, Ate.
Thank you so much for joining us over here. And good luck sa paparating na SEA Games, sa ating Arnis team.
Yeah.
And of course, sa
We
ating
need it.
Taekkyeon team. No? Okay, so Ateneans, we'll be right back. No? Joining us will be our rowers from the rowing team, obviously. So keep it locked here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9, your Ateneo Campus Radio.
Walang kakalas iyong sinabi nung ako'y umatras. Dahil sa takot na biglang madapa at kumuho ang lahat. Di tayo atras. Huwag kang bibitiw, bigla-bigla ng ating makamit. Nang sama-sama ang ating himit-hit, konti na lang abot kamay na itaas palalo. Eto na tayo, ibibigay lahat ng kayang ibigay. Ibibigay lahat para sa tagumpay. Ibibigay lahat ng kayang ibigay. Ang ating tagumpay. Paniniwala na ay susubukin at asahang lahat ay hahamakin. Manali ka lang, magkakaroon din ng saysay. Ang pawis at dugo. Eto na tayo, ibibigay lahat ng kayang ibigay. Ibibigay lahat para sa tagumpay. Ibibigay lahat ng kayang ibigay. Ang ating tagumpay.
Skies reaching far, we arch our backs so we can see them go further. I speak to you in faded words, muffled by the water. Is the water still running, running, running? But we can keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. I know the world's on fire. I know that we can stay safe and cool. Floating in our swimming pool.
Hi, bro.
Skies reaching far, we arch our backs so we can see them go further. I speak to you in faded words, muffled by the water. Is the water still running, running, running? But we can keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. I know the world's on fire. I know that we can stay safe and cool. Floating in our swimming pool.
Hi, bro. Looking very moppy today.
I can see perfectly from here. You break the water in agreement. Your hands bury the water with the movement of your body. Don't turn your head, you lose your balance. And when you do, I have to save you again and again. Don't turn your head, you lose your balance. And when you do, I'll have to save you. Is the water still running, running, running? But we can keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. I know the world's
university rowing team in the Philippines. So it comes with it now. We're carrying the flag also. But nga, with the pressure, yeah, there's nerves there and the pressure nga to bring both the country and the school. But we're more motivated kasi we're not only representing the school and the country, but we also want to bring up the sport here,
right?
To show to the Filipino community that rowing should be one of the sports to look out on.
True. Now, being an annual competition, no, si Daniel, Shania, how has the Ateneo Rowing Team fared in previous editions of this? Parang were you able to be at least competitive over here?
Well, for me, this year, the lineup, the roster of this year compared to the previous years, we're super strong. Like, all of the rookies this year, they're super strong.
Really?
Parang, compared to the years before that.
Okay.
But then, the previous years naman, we've won, like, medals.
Right.
Like, in some competitions.
Who has been here in the other editions? Kayo lang, no?
The four of us.
The four of you. Okay. Sorry. I'm not really that updated. Pero okay. Pero how about for you, Shania? How have you seen this particular competition, the Hong Kong Rowing Championships? How has it progressed through the years? Has the field grown?
For me in general, I think the Ateneo Rowing Team progressed so much in terms of training, discipline, and motive. We, for example, in the recent Hong Kong, we were very pressured because we were against national team, and then we expected that experience lang, wala lang. But then in the end, we didn't expect to win medals.
Right.
So that shows that this team is really getting somewhere, for not just for Ateneo but for other college universities to expose to maybe in the future have rowing as a sport or varsity, and of course the Philippines to make known the sport.
Of course, we would love to see that, no? And from what I know, no, parang you guys have a you got fresh managers joining you, diba? Pero Justin naman, how important are their contributions? I think apart from documenting your ang daling sundan, Justin, yung ano nila, yung competition nila. Kasi it was you were all over social media. You had training videos posted on FB everywhere, no? Pero how important for you, Justin, are their contributions, no? Apart from yung documentation to your overall success, I think pati logistics, they would help everything, no?
For social media, actually, Joaquim was the one documenting and then editing. But then our other creatives, manager, Bianca, and then logistic, we have Shan and Steph, and then we have Kat. They were the ones handling sponsorships, talking with them. So while everything was happening, they were the ones behind the scenes.
Right.
So in a band, they're like the roadies. But then you can't. I mean, the roadie knows what the roadie knows. So without them, you won't be able to function completely.
That's why. So from us over here, from the rowing team members over here, and from myself, we just want to give a big shout out to your managers. Diba? They play though behind the scenes. No, they play very crucial roles into your success. No, so shout out to you guys.
Managers.
Thank you guys.
Even looking for sponsors, huh?
Yes.
Wow, no. That's a marketing skill that they have there, no. So guys, let's try to recap some of the highlights naman of your competition, no. So you made an instant splash, no, at the in over in Hong Kong, no, because your men's open fours team, composed of course Justin over here. You have Obanya, De La Rosa, and Roque, no? You earned third place, no? At the men's open fours. At the
Quadruple skulls.
Yun, quadruple skulls. Sorry. Pero this I found this term over here. It's repechage. What does that exactly mean in rowing?
Repechage. That's the wild card race.
Okay.
So in our first race, we had to be first place in order for us to move to finals, which we lost by 1 second.
Wow.
We were in second place. So an hour later, we had another race to fight for a slot in finals, which was going to be the next day. We needed to beat at least one boat to make it to finals. We managed being third place, so we beat 2 boats. just to be very sure that we make it inside finals. It was intense because we were pressured. We were one of the last few races for men on that day.
Think about that.
So we won, the ones before us, the 4, the singles, the double. They had to fight for repechage as well, so we were wrapping up like we have to secure at least our slot.
Right.
So their nerves were there.
You know, I was looking at some of the rankings that you guys posted online. No, you know what? Looking at this men's open for repechage, nga, no, you guys ranked third over here. Pero look at who you were sandwiched by. At rank 2 was the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club. Rank 4 was the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club. I did some research about the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club.
He knows.
They are. Ito lang to Ateneans who are listening over here, no? These guys took it right at the home team, who are actually as they say and as they claim, no? They are the oldest and most prestigious sports club in Hong Kong. They have a history that stretches back over 160 years. That's older than Ateneo, from what I know, no? And they are the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club because they are confined at honor by none less than the British royal family. And you guys have how many years of rowing experience?
3.
Exactly. Think about that. Doesn't that give you a big confidence boost or momentum kick, diba?
Yeah, during the race, I was surprised. I was really surprised because we saw their height. I had to look up when we were talking to them. Especially me, I'm the shortest in the team. So I was kind of nervous, and my teammates were calming me down. My crewmates.
Yeah.
And then when we were on the water, all the nerves got shook, and we went for it, and we were surprised how far we got. That's why the feeling was pretty different when we made it to finals. Cathartic.
I would imagine, no? And coming from that, no, one of the taller members on your team, si Pao naman, no, you also had a good individual performance naman,
yes.
Pao, no? Men's open first, you finished with a time of 9:07 and 31. That's a performance to remember for you, no, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. Like, to be honest, like coming into the race, I was going against like 23 other people compared to them, mga 12 lang, 15. So parang it was really tough to get in the finals kasi sa first heats, only the first will be transferred sa finals. Also sa repechage, only the first. Kasi because of the volume of competitors. So I was coming in there, parang I was talking to myself na, you know, I just need to focus on what I'm doing and perform well and bring the school na to.
Yun, no? Pero how different is it, no? When you're all alone rowing, it isn't as merry as it seems, no? Pun intended. It's not as fun when you have your teammates joining you on board, diba? Yeah. Pero what kind of challenge does it pose to you as an individual rower naman?
So as an individual rower, like the biggest challenge is the mental toughness.
Right.
Since, you know, as you said, you're alone on the boat and you don't have like, iba kasi yung confidence mo when you're with someone else and you know na parang you're with a teammate who you've trained a lot with. Shout out to Hakim, my doubles boatmate.
Yun
nga, I would say na my mental toughness is very strong considered na parang I've rowed in the singles for 2 years now.
Right. Okay. Again, congratulations to you, Pao, for that race. And then I think this was the exciting race that Justin was talking about earlier, the men's open fours, no?
Quadruple sculls.
Yeah, quadruple sculls. Sorry. And how is it? Let me ask the girls over here, for Shania and Danielle, no? How is it witnessing them, go neck and neck with the Sha Tin Grace Rowing Club? I imagine it would be very intense, no?
I saw them. They were like racing beside each other. Yeah, it was very like the whole team was very proud of the quads kasi yun nga, they started sa pinaka start talaga and then they fought through the heats, repechage just to place dun sa finals.
Wow, no? I mean, you must be proud of these guys. Pero for Shania naman, what was your reaction? You know, watching them just go toe to toe with the one of the home teams, rin, no?
It was one of the races I really looked forward because that day I didn't have a race, so I was just videoing people or helping with the oars, and then watching them, I was nervous and more happy because with their training every day, I see them in the morning. They really motivate each other, and they have a good boat. They accept mistakes, and with the mistakes they push each other, and then watching them, it was really heart warming. And I videoed every race of the quads, and then
you're that dedicated of a fan, no? You are really.
and then when they docked, I saw them cry, they hugged.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you? Okay. Sige lang.
It was touching to see. It's not. I'm not even the boat, but I saw their dedication and hard work come into the race.
So let's hear it from one of the men on that boat. Now, Justin, I think the race lasts for roughly 6-7 minutes? Parang ganun lang, no? Pero I think that represents a story of a much longer journey, no, for you as a team, no. So looking at the rankings over here, no, you finished at 3:26 and 47. They finished at 3:24. That's just 2 seconds. Imagine that. No, pero I mean, how proud are you of this outstanding effort of given the stiff competition on the water. Just how proud of you of your boatmates here.
Shout out to my boatmates. Actually, half of the boat, they're full of newbies.
Wow.
EJ and I are the only veterans. And then we have Richard and EJ. They just got into the team less than a year. So how far they've come, I'm really proud as the senior member, as you can say. So we've come a long way, and when it comes to rowing, there's a lot of numbers involved. So we trained every day for 6 months.
6 months for a 7-minute race.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that makes all the difference. And from what you said, it lasted 3 minutes. The reason for that was conditions were really bad. One of the boats, actually, the ones we were supposed to fight against, they had to jump off because it was filling up with water and it was sinking. So two guys from one boat had to jump off. And then because of that, we had to postpone our race in the morning. It was 10 a.m. It got pushed back by 2 hours, 3 hours. And then because the starting area was super wavy, it's unsafe, as what they said, they had to cut it down into a 1,000 meter race on the spot. So we were really nervous because I remember my lead stroke, EJ, was getting nervous because we didn't train for a 1K sprint. We were training for 2,000 meters because it's more of endurance. We don't start hard right away, and then in the middle, that's when we get them.
Yeah.
So we were really nervous, and then I saw every one of them pull as hard as they could just to match up. I could see I'm the bowman. I'm the guy at the very end of the boat.
Okay.
So I'm the guy calling the shots and directions.
Okay.
I could see just in my peripheral, like I'm 3 seats away from their lead stroke, and I was pushing them, egging them on and on, pull harder, harder, and then at the same time, I also posted this, but then I could hear their bowman getting really nervous and panicked. Like, power, because we were really close.
He knew you were up to them.
Yeah, we were neck and neck, and then I could see that they were getting kind of nervous because we were the only ones for 3rd place. So it was either them or us. We were staying on them for the whole 1,000 meter race. And then from what Pao said, they even caught a crab, which is when the oar gets caught in the water near the end. So they were really nervous that we might use the chance to sneak up on them, overtake them. So I'm really proud of how far we've gone.
Impressive, no? I mean, that kind of effort, no? It just says something about your teammates maximizing everything, diba? All give it sabi mo nga, less than a year lang eh, diba? Pero I mean, to think that you were able to give them a pretty damn good race, no? Pretty tight race. That's something remarkable, no? And I'm sure Shania had fun videoing all of that too. Pero, I mean, punta naman tayo to the girls, no? Danielle, Shania, no? You also had your bronze medal in the women's open fours, no? I mean, Danielle, how satisfied are you of that, breakthrough podium finish for the girls naman?
For me, it was very fulfilling because me, ever since my first year in rowing, I was in the fours, and I've seen how everyone improved. Like, shout out to my boatmates, si Marie and Cam and Shania. This year it was very different because we all improved like strength wise and technique in the boat, but at the same time it was kind of sayang for Austrian because we were 2 seconds away from silver. The whole race,
2 seconds.
like the whole race we were beside each other. It was super sayang.
What is it with 2 seconds in Hong Kong?
2 seconds. It's the waves.
It's really wavy.
Super big waves.
Really, Shania, parang given those weather conditions, it does affect majority of the race talaga? Ganun, ah?
For me, in that race, it was memorable. It was one of the best races I've had, and I've been the bowman, the one like Justin. So I called the shots also, but so I called the shots based on the competitor, and I saw that it won't leave us at all. So I kept powering. I kept saying, "Go guys, just hard, all out." And then I also heard them. They're very nervous already, but then they can't leave us. But then in the end, I'm very proud of it. One of the best. We were the glide of the boat was there, and I don't know, parang I'm so proud of my boatmates.
Galing naman. Pero for you, Daniel, no, Shania, you described about yung the glide of the boat and everything. What constitutes a perfect race for you girls? I mean, parang can you tell it from the way the oars spin in the water, from the way the boat just flows? Sige nga, what's a near perfect race for you? Can you describe it nga?
So first we start with the race starts. Just like at the start of the race, we do race starts, which is like super hard na power with our legs and fast, like the rhythm, the strokes per meter. Para the first part is super fast, and then the technique naman, the glide is like when you fly, when your oar is not skimming in the water. That's what you call fly. Kasi when you skim in the water, balance. When you skim in the water, parang it becomes slower because you're touching the water. Parang may friction. The drag. That's how we glide sa water.
I see. Okay. Makes sense now. Parang ang parang ang sarap lang panoorin pag ganun, 'di ba? Parang it's just so smooth, 'di ba? The motion in the water and everything. No, pero I mean, again, congratulations to Shania and Danielle, no, for that third place finish, no. Next time in 2 seconds then mapabawasan na natin. Pero let me go back to Pao over here, no. Pao, I think is this your first race of this season or meron pa ba?
Yeah, it's our first race
of the season. Sige, what's your best takeaway from this pretty solid performance in your first race of the season?
So as the captain, like I really pushed for this race kasi it's like a warm up or a tune up race for us, which we're gonna build it up to Malaysia this November.
So next month na?
Yeah, next month na.
Wow.
So me and Danny really pushed for this. So yung takeaway namin here is for the rookies to get a feel of what a race feels like. Kasi this is what I always tell the rookies, na parang guys, wait for the first race lang and then you're gonna get hooked to the sport. Kasi that's how all of us were also hooked to the sport.
Yeah.
Parang
Yeah.
yung thrill nung first race mo is irreplaceable talaga, and it would want you to train more. Yun nga, considering mga 2 seconds na lang, iisipin mo yun na parang I should train for this more para wala na yung mistakes na ganun, diba? So, for me, it was very memorable knowing na this one was for the rookies kasi, and sobrang proud ko sa kanila na first year pa lang nila, they got the medal.
Of course.
It's really good.
Do many rookies ba start with this particular race o doesn't follow naman? Kahit
It's the first time.
Usually, yung mga rookies namin, diretso na sa Malaysia.
ganun.
Yeah, so
Okay.
no experience, no anything. Usually, yun nga, since it's their first race, mas prone to mistakes and more pressure sa kanila. So, it was really important for us to take on this Hong Kong.
Yeah. Great. No, well said. No, Pao. For Daniel and Shania naman, as for the girls, your best takeaways from this first regatta, no? Tama, regatta of the season, no? Quick thoughts about everything that happened, ganun.
For me, other than for the rookies, it was really the feeling of competing with national team and other high-end clubs. I really didn't expect to get a medal. Like, given the previous years, I was just expecting for a good race. And then, we got surprised. And, we're very happy.
All right. Si Daniel naman.
Because this competition it's like the first time we joined this competition, the 41st HK Rowing Championships. We didn't know what to expect in the beginning because we were against national teams, elite clubs in Hong Kong.
Don't forget the Royal Hong Kong Rowing Club.
Yeah.
That's a club I won't forget anytime soon.
Yeah, and like other 16 other countries, mga Singapore, Nigeria, other countries, and they all looked so strong kasi like they've been rowing for more than how many years? So for me, the biggest takeaway is that yung experience rin like rowing against super strong teams and in like a place na it was super wavy, very different from our training place in La Mesa, which was like super calm lang na water. So to learn yung experience na parang like we can, like you don't know what to expect rin talaga in races. Yeah, so biggest takeaway.
All right, thank you. And of course, Justin earlier, he poured his heart out about his experience over there. No tears naman this time from Justin, diba? Pero again, you had an outpouring of support from sponsors, diba, Justin? I mean, I was going through some of your sponsors. You have these really big corporations to I don't need to name them, but I mean, just how important was getting them on board, because I remember parang for the first few months of the school year, you guys were looking for sponsors, diba? You were out and about on social media, diba? Parang asking for for assistance, diba? Pero you must be real fortunate that they came in at the right time, especially for this competition, diba?
This was probably the most expensive competition, if I can say.
Okay.
So we really are thankful for our sponsors out there. And it made us train harder because they were paying us money, and then we had to represent not just the school and the country, but then we also had to do them justice. And it was our way of giving back to them and showing our gratitude.
Right. And one of my Justin, one of my most favorite sponsors nila was their your apparel sponsor, diba?
PSI.
Yeah, PSI, diba? Parang you were posting it on Facebook. Meron sila mga flexing the guns post, yung mga shirtless post. Sabi ko, yeah, you guys nailed it with sponsors pag Anyways, sige, Pao, Justin, Daniel, and Shania, it's time now for greetings and thank you messages you want to give to your teammates or whoever, friends watching over here. Okay, we'll start with Pao.
Hi, Coach. Thank you, Coach, for all the support. From my family, thank you for always supporting me. My teammates, managers, thank you. Sina Sir John, sa UAO, Sir Ofwang, Ma'am Trina, thank you for assisting us with the admin stuff. Yeah.
Ayun. Kasi Justin naman.
Shout out to the alumni of the rowing team, to Rafa, to Laz. We're here again. Shout out to my teammates. We'll see you in weights in a few minutes.
Oh, you have training today? Yeah. Sige, we won't keep you in for long. Sige. Daniel and Shania.
Shout out to our teammates. Si Coach, hi Coach. My family, my mom, hi Ma. To sila Sir John, UAO, Ma'am Gina, hello. And also my profs, hi. Yeah.
Okay, and Shania?
Same thing. Shout out to my family and teammates, our profs for excusing us, and our friends who makes buhat us.
Thank you rin to Sir Anthony and Radyo Katipunan.
Of course, always. Thank you, Pao. Appreciate it. No, and yun nga, no. As with Pao's thank you message for me, again, I'd like to thank the Ateneo Rowing Team, of course, guys over here, Pao, Justin, Daniel, and Shania. No, it's always a pleasure to hear about yung stories of the Ateneo Rowing Team. No, not only of their international conquests, but their visits to the Ocean Adventure Park and wherever. No, but really, no, Radyo Katipunan and the rest of Ateneo is proud of you guys for not only representing the university, but our country as well, diba? In every race that you compete in overseas, no?
Yeah.
So once again, Ateneans, we have Shania, Danielle, Justin, and Pao of your Ateneo Rowing Team. Third place podium finishes at the 41st Hong Kong Rowing Championships last September 21 and 22 at Sha Tin, Hong Kong. And that's it for us, Ateneans. Saying goodbye, one big fight, and thank you again. See you again next week with your recent champions, the Badminton Lady Eagles of UAP Season 82 Badminton. So we'll see them next week. And that is it for me and for Shania, Danielle, Justin, and Pao. So Radyo Katipunan 87.9. Keep it locked here. We'll see you guys again. Thank you.
Welcome to the Rundown, where we take you right into the action with the latest sports news, updates, game previews, breakdown, and analysis in, around, across, and beyond the Ateneo. And now,